welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up, and welcome back to another Friday Sews. I've not done one of these for a few weeks actually, and I thought I would just come to you today to chat about my week, what I'm up to this weekend, etc, etc. So I hope you're all really well and had a really good week. Have you been watching the Sewing Bee? I still haven't. I think I'm going to binge watch it, to be honest. I think that's probably the way that I'm going to go. I'm going to wait while the whole thing is done. And then when I've got some time to myself, when my husband's at work one weekend, I think I'm just going to sit and binge watch it. I think that will be amazing. But I hope you're enjoying it if you are watching it. I am not wearing anything me made today, unfortunately. This is a gorgeous dress, to be honest. It's from Next. It's linen with these beautiful embroidered sleeves and little bits of embroidery all over it as well. I'll stand up and show you. So it just comes under the bust and it's got like a deep V back with a tie at the back as well. It's really lovely. I got it from Vinted actually for about £8, so it was an absolute bargain. I am loving Vinted at the minute. I don't know if anybody else uses it, but yeah, it's my guilty pleasure right now. So anyway, sewing wise, I have got a few bits and pieces to show you that have just come from the postman, which is really exciting. I do have some new fabrics. This is the first lot of fabric that I've bought for at least 2 weeks, which is, I know for lots of you, you'll probably be thinking, 2 weeks, Rachel, I've not bought anything for 2 months. But for me, that's fairly good, if I'm perfectly honest. And I've had a really good sewing week as well. So I did put up my August plans a few days ago, and I have made one of those already, which I can share with you today. If you are on Instagram and follow me over there, you will probably already have seen this dress, but I have made the Simplicity S9702. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this dress because I have done a completely separate vlog about it as well, where I show you some of my sewing process. So that'll be going up at some point, hopefully next week, I think. And yeah, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you watched my August plans, then what you're about to see is a completely different fabric, because unfortunately I didn't have enough of the gorgeous sort of red floral white linen that I got from Rainbow Fabrics that I said I was going to make this dress out of. I only had 3 meters of that, and this pattern for the size I made, the size 14, did say you need 3¼ yards, I think, but I did have to lengthen a lot of it. So I had to lengthen the bodice by 1¼ inch and each of the tiers as well. So I needed 4 meters. There was just no way I could get it out of 3 meters. I know somebody did comment on my vlog from the other day and say that you can get it out of 3 meters if you make the tiers narrower, but I wanted the drama of the fullness of the skirt, so I didn't want to do that. So I just chose a different fabric. Anyway, here is my finished dress, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is a viscose twill that I had in my stash, which I had bought from Lamazi Fabrics a couple of years ago. They did this in 2 colorways, I believe, and I did love the other colorway as well, but this colorway works really well with my cool skin tone. So yeah, this is the one that I bought. I had 4 meters of it and I've used practically all of it, to be perfectly honest. So I put a little Rosy Cheeks label in. I think that's a little Rosy Cheeks label. I could be wrong. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure, if I am wrong. And I ended up sharing the sleeves that you can see there. The pattern calls for an elastic in a casing, but I decided to share the sleeves instead, and I'm really pleased about that. I ended up sewing up the front neckline here because it was just indecent. But yeah, it's really nice because you've got this sort of V-front midriff panel there, and then it goes round at the back to a sort of like a dipped panel. I don't know if that's coming up very well there. And then you've got 2 big tiers at the bottom. So it is full on maxi length, this dress. I will insert some photos of me wearing it so you can get a better idea of what it looks like on, but I do really love it. It's every time I start vlogging, somebody interrupts me. This time it was my husband to tell me that he's on his way home from work. We shall carry on. So yes, the dress is beautiful. I really love it. It is full on maxi length and it's just gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. But yeah, there is a separate vlog about it. I have already started on the second version of this dress. I know that I hadn't said in my plans that I was gonna immediately make another, but I love it so much, and there were a couple of little changes that I wanted to make to my next version. I thought I would just pull another piece of fabric out of my stash and start on my second version straight away. So I have already done that. Now the fabric that I have pulled out is actually one from my Destash page because it's not sold, and I don't know why, because it's absolutely gorgeous, but I have pulled that out because it was a 4-meter piece, and I am working on my second version, which is here. So this is my second version of the Simplicity dress, and this is another gorgeous viscose that I got from Lamazi Fabrics a couple of years ago. And on this version I have followed the tutorial that Brittany J Jones does on her YouTube channel to join up the centre, so it's all nice and neat on the inside. So I've got that bit done. I've got the bodice mostly constructed now. So this is it from the back. The sleeves are not set in yet. They are just pinned on. But I don't know if this is going to come up very well, but I have lengthened the hem of the sort of depth of the hem of the sleeve below the shirring. I have shirred this version as well because I just much prefer it, and I've done like a sort of scalloped edge to it using my embroidery function on my sewing machine because I just really fancied that. I thought it would give it a nice touch. So I have used embroidery thread for that, and yeah, what I've done is I've done like a scalloped edge. It's very similar to what I did with my Madswick blouse earlier this year, and then you just cut the excess away using little fine embroidery scissors, and that was really nice to do. So I've got the sleeves done, but they just need setting in, and then I need to work on the skirt. But this weekend, well this afternoon actually, we are heading down to Leicester to pick up my lovely little granddaughter Layla from nursery later on when she finishes, and bringing her home with us for a few days because I've got the rest of the week off work, which is really nice. So she's coming home with us tonight. So the next few days is going to be bedlam in my house. It really will be, because she's 2 and she's into everything, as I'm sure you all know what 2-year-olds are like. So I'm really excited to spend some time with her because it's been about 3, nearly 4 weeks since we last saw her actually. And yeah, I've really missed her. So it's going to be lovely having her here. So I probably won't get much more done on this dress over the next few days, but that's okay. I know I have evenings free, but to be honest, as a 52-year-old with a 2-year-old, I am exhausted by the evenings and don't really have much energy to sew when I've got her. So I'll probably just be putting my feet up in the evenings, if I'm perfectly honest. Anyway, that's what we're up to over the next few days. We are having Layla till Sunday, and then we're going to take her home, and I think me and Martin are heading off in our van to Wales for a few days as well, because I'm not back at work while later on next week. And yeah, Martin's got a couple of days off as well at the beginning of next week, so I think we are planning to go to Snowdonia for a few days, do a bit of hiking, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that because it's been a few years since we were there. Anyway, I'm sure you don't want to hear all about that, but let me just chat to you about what's come into the sewing room this week. So I have got a few fabrics to show you. I have 4 fabrics that I have bought, and I did decide to go back to Fabric Godmother and get another fabric from their sale, and I also bought one of their latest releases as well from the Paradise collection. So I'll show you the sale one first, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a dead stock viscose that was about £8 a metre, I think, in the sale. It is really, really lovely. It's beautiful. So it's this one here. It's in this gorgeous sort of corally red colour, and close up it's got this beautiful sort of floral design on it. It's really, really nice. These fabrics have literally just arrived today, so I do need to pre-wash them, but it's currently raining outside, so I'm not going to get these hung out, I don't think, today. But yeah, it's quite fine, and it has like a silky feel to it, but it's not sort of super shiny or anything. But yeah, this was in their sale, and it's just so pretty. So I got 4 meters of this because I think 4 meters now is my standard sort of go-to for fabric length, just because I can make so much out of 4 meters. So there's that one that I got, and then the other one that I bought, as I say, is one of their new fabrics from their Paradise collection, and it is this beautiful viscose satin, which is absolutely stunning. And the reason I've gone for this one is because with this new collection, I think they had all of their ambassadors make something up in each fabric. And actually, I mean, the ones that I saw in fabric form, I preferred a couple of the other choices, but then when I saw this one made up on the lovely Jen Legg, I just loved it so much. She made the loom dress by French Poetry, but she added the sleeves from, I think it's the Ophelia by So Dressmaking, and it's just a stunning dress. So I bought this fabric. So this is it here. Again, I got myself 4 meters. As I say, this is a viscose satin, so you can see that it is shiny, but it's just, oh, it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So again, it's going to be a maxi dress. I love my maxi dresses in summer, and I can't wait to think of something to make with this. So give me some ideas. I mean, it would make an amazing version of this dress, wouldn't it? Which might have to be one of those, because I just think it's just beautiful. So let me know what you think anyway. And then the lovely Shropshire Sews had a big sale over the last few days. So she has got, I don't know if it's still going when I put this vlog up, but she has had 20% off everything on her website, which includes fabrics, haberdashery, patterns, labels, etc, etc. So I bought one fabric from her, which was a Fabric Godmother fabric, and I got this gorgeous little card from her, which has got this really cute little doggy paper clip, which is just so gorgeous. And yeah, that's really, really nice. There is a little scratch off. I love this idea. It's a little scratch off thing here to reveal another discount code. I'm going to just scratch off that now and see what I have got under there. So I have got a code to get me 10% off my next order, which is just lovely. Thank you so much for that. So I got a pack of labels, and I got these ones from Little Rosy Cheeks because I don't actually have these in my stash, and I just thought they were really nice. So I got a packet of those labels, and then the fabric that I got is another Fabric Godmother fabric that she had. She does have some Merchant and Mills check fabric on her website that I really love, and I was very tempted. I might actually go back and get it because it's not very often you see Merchant and Mills with 20% off. But anyway, this one, which is just lovely. So this is a viscose crepe, and it's upside down because of course it is, because every time I do this I show you these fabrics upside down. So this one I wasn't sure about initially when Fabric Godmother released it, but I have seen it made up, and it's beautiful made up. So yeah, I got 4 meters of this lovely viscose crepe. I think it's a deep green background, and yeah, it's got all sorts of things on it, palm trees, and are they leopards? I'm not sure. Jaguars? No, they're not jaguars, are they? Because they've got spots on. There are also some red ones as well. There, look. Yeah, it's lovely. So I'm really pleased to get that one. Not sure what I'm going to make with that yet. And then last week when I did my August plans, I mentioned about a fabric that I'd ordered from Stitch Fabrics, and that has come today, and that is to make the cord set. I think it's the McCaw's pattern, the little crop top with the big skirt, and it's arrived, and it's absolutely beautiful, as I expected it would be, because their fabrics are stunning. So this is it here. It is a really fine sort of cotton, very fine Italian cotton, so it almost feels like a viscose. It's super fine, it's got beautiful drape on it, and yeah, it's an ex-designer fabric, this one, and I got 4 meters of it. I think this was £14 a meter, no discount, but it's just I couldn't resist it. It's one of their new fabrics, so they do still have this in stock. I will link to it down in the description below. But yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous, and I think I probably will make that co-ord set out of this because I just think it will just be absolutely incredible. So I think that's it. No, it's not. I've got one more thing to show you. So you know that I've been on this curly hair journey. My hair is naturally wavy, as you can probably see. In fact, today is day 2 and I haven't done anything with it. Normally I do. What I tend to do is I'm sort of washing it every 3 to 4 days now, but in between I'm refreshing it with water. I've got like a spray bottle and I refresh it and just diffuse it off a little bit, and I haven't done anything with it today. So I've literally just put a little bit of sort of finishing product on it. So it's not looking its best today, but the other day Merwave got in touch with me and offered to send me a kit of theirs to try completely free, which was very kind of them. So I have received that. That has just come today. And I've been using, well, I have been using a bit of Merwave because one of my lovely followers did send me some Merwave products that they had left over, not the full set, but just a couple of things, which I've been using those. And when I had my hair cut by Jen last week, she'd used Merwave products on my hair as well, but I haven't used the full range. So I've been using all sorts of different things, really, just trial and error to see what my hair likes, and I'm still on that journey. But yeah, I've received the full kit from Merwave, which has got the shampoo and conditioner. It has, what's this one, the feed protein treatment. It's got the cast mousse, which is what I've already got. I use that in my hair when I'm in the shower. And then the last one is protect gel. So I've got the whole lot to try, which is really exciting. So thank you very much, Merwave, for that. They're not sponsoring me, or they've not paid me to promote them or anything like that. They literally just said no obligation, we just want to send you the kit to try and see how you get on with it. So I am thrilled with that, which was just lovely. So I'm looking forward to trying that. So I am going to leave it there, guys, I think. Well, I'm saying short and sweet. I think it's probably just a touch shorter than my other vlogs have been recently. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to a few days with my granddaughter now. And hopefully by the time I come back to you in my next sort of Friday sews, I'll have this dress done. It would be really nice. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. So whatever you're up to this weekend, I hope you have a great one and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.